everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Amy.
And I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be discussing Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon.
The first few minutes we're going to do a brief review of the story without any spoilers, then we are going to shift into a deeper book discussion. It's going to include plenty of spoilers, but don't worry, we're going to let you know before we do shift into that deeper book discussion.
Right, so before we do that, Amy, you have a description of what the story's all about.
When Rin gets her heart broken by her fiancé, she leaves the UK to go stay with her dad in the United States for a couple of weeks to take a break. She doesn't count on meeting and falling for the neighboring farm family and the small town life in Indiana. This story has small town farm life vibes, sibling bonding, and heartbreaking chemistry. Sarah, what did you think about Only Love Can Hurt Like This?
Okay, I feel like I can't say too much right now because I'll give away some spoilers. So I will say I really enjoyed the journey that these characters go on. There's a lot that they learn. They kind of walk through some things. I was surprised, which is always delightful when an author can surprise me. But I will dig more into that in the deeper discussion. What did you think?
That. This story was so great. I loved the chemistry amongst the friends, the family members, the MCs, and this was a fast, quick, easy read for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Loved it. Okay, our ratings, Angst.
Okay, Angst. This was a 2.75 for me. It's not a overly angsty story. I didn't feel like, but there's a component to it that's
yes,
a little bit angsty, but as you're reading through, it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like you can zip through the story really well, but there's something there that's
true.
Angsty.
I did 2 out of 5, and it is definitely the second half of the story that starts to get angsty and twisty.
Agreed.
So, okay, humor.
Okay, humor. This was just like a 1.25 for me.
I did 1. We were close.
And I kind of debated back and forth. I was like 1.25. I settled on a 1.25. There's a little bit of humor.
And some fun moments.
Yeah, some fun moments. There's a character that kind of gives us a little reprieve from some scenarios, but it's not overall like cracking up throughout the whole thing.
I agree. Spiciness.
Okay, this is just a 1.
I did 0.75, so very close on that.
I felt like it was a little high for that. There's some tension, and
it's a very slow burn.
It's a very slow
Hang on, folks.
burn.
It's a slow burn.
A very, very slow burn.
But I appreciated that it was a slow burn, and I'll tell you why when I get in there.
Okay.
Into the deeper discussion.
I can't wait.
Tears.
I'm excited. Tears. This was a 2.5 for me.
I did too. So we were close.
So I did cry.
Did you? Okay.
I did cry. I had a moment where I cried in this story. And it's more so, it's one moment that I cried, but it was more of what the characters are facing that was sad.
With this specific book title, I honestly expected my heart to be broken
sobbing.
a lot more through this story.
Too.
I didn't cry at all. That's not shocking, but there were quite a few moments where I was very saddened for the characters. There's some really kind of just heavy moments in the book, and those moments are what really led me to my rating. Overall,
this was a 4.25 for me.
Me too.
Oh, yay! Look at us. We're so connected. I really enjoyed the story, and it was, it was just a joyful ride throughout.
Yes, I love the characters. I love the details of the story. Like I said, I love the friend dynamic and the family bonds that the characters have, and they have to kind of work through quite a few challenges as well. So
yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's a great story.
All right, that wraps up our quick review of this story. Now we're going to shift into our deeper book discussion, which is going to include lots of spoilers. If you have not read this story, stop what you're doing, go check it out, and then come back and listen to our deeper discussion. You can find that by simply clicking the link below or on any available podcast platform by searching Post-Book Depression. Then we would love to connect with you. Let's hear your thoughts on the story. You can find us on social media, on Instagram at Post-Book Depression Podcast, on Facebook in our Post-Book Depression discussion group. You can also email us at postbookdepressionpodcast@gmail.com.